China is the world's biggest market for financial technology. Almost 70% of consumers use fintech regularly, according to Ernst & Young. That's compared to around only 30% in the US. The companies at the heart of that market have just been meeting in Hong Kong. The city's Fintech Week has drawn 8,000 senior executives together with hundreds of speakers, startups and entrepreneurs.
Everybody's aware of it now. It's very different from a couple of years ago where they're, we're a little bit scared, we're not really sure. Now we're really sure. Now it's just how do we get there?
Hong Kong is really trying to put itself at the forefront of wherever there is. That makes sense for a city that's long positioned itself as a pioneer and champion of finance. Down here on the street, though, it's a different story, and that's all thanks to this. 20 years ago, the Octopus card was seen as the height of sophistication in financial technology, and Hong Kong was at the cutting edge of it. In the late 90s, the idea that you could walk into your local convenience store, go to the fridge to collect your milk, take it over to the counter, and pay for it with a touch of a card was seen as revolutionary. But in the age of the smartphone, not so much. There's other problems too. Sure, I can get my milk from the local convenience store, but when it comes to getting a taxi cab, for instance, cash is still king. And some, like Reuters Breaking Views' Pete Sweeney, say all of this is holding Hong Kong's fintech sector back.
E-commerce penetration has been relatively slow. Regulations haven't really kept up and empowered the use of certain forms of electronic transactions. And just generally, it's gone slower here for a lot of reasons that still aren't clear to some people.
For others, though, like investment app 8 Securities, Hong Kong has some key advantages.
So I would say speed and the fact that you can get things done so quickly here. It's really the mindset, the attitude of the whole city. That was really the factor.
It's also selling itself as one part of a whole. This year's Fintech Week event is billed as the world's first cross-border fintech conference, taking place in Hong Kong and Shenzhen.
The day in Shenzhen will give you the chance to see for yourself how Hong Kong can serve as your fintech base while tapping into the vast opportunities of the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area.
It has all the components to basically help the companies to expand in Asia and get their, I would say, learning curve started to enter the mainland Chinese market.
Hong Kong clearly sees its future as part of something bigger, and a growing number of people see financial technology at the heart of it. Joel Flynn, TRT World, Hong Kong.